Thank you for joining us for the 170th webinar of our Saturday webinar series, hosted by Manage Center for Innovation and Agripreneurship. Myself, Dr. Ahalya, working as a Manage Fellow. So before going to the session, let me give a short introduction about our center. Manage Center for Innovation and Agripreneurship. It stands as a beacon of excellence in agribusiness incubation, operating under the esteemed National Institute of Agriculture Extension Management. With a rich history of nurturing entrepreneurship, our center has been instrumental in guiding 754 entrepreneurs and fostering the growth of over 383 startups across various sectors within the agriculture domain. At Manacia, we pride ourselves on our comprehensive support system, offering guidance and training to startups in crucial areas such as agro-processing, post-harvest technologies, value addition, farm mechanization, animal husbandry, commodity trading, supply chain management. Our commitment to the success of agripreneurs knows no bounds as we continue to refine their concepts and empower them to expand their ventures. So today's webinar is particularly exciting as we deal into the theme of incubation support and scheme for rural youth. So we are delighted to have two esteemed speakers with us, and our first speaker is Ms. Ananya, who is at the forefront of innovation and entrepreneurship in India. She is a dedicated professional working with the Startup India, a flagship initiative of Government of India. She has been instrumental in fostering pro bono partnership with the startup ecosystem, and additionally, under the leadership of Ms. Ananya, Startup India has launched a credit guarantee scheme which is specifically for startups. So the scheme aims to address the funding challenges faced by startups by providing them with easier access to credit facilities. So please join me in welcoming our first speaker, Ms. Ananya. Once again, a warm welcome to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Rahelia, for introducing me. I'm glad to be here. Just another thing I would like to add. So in Startup India, we also have sector teams. So I, along with two other colleagues of mine, are part of the Agri-Tech sector team as well. So it's a great opportunity, I think, interacting with startups, entrepreneurs, budding entrepreneurs working in this particular sector. So I will just be briefing the guests on Startup India schemes, our initiatives, focusing on funding support that we provide, being from the government, and also from our seed fund scheme that we have. So I'll just walk you through. I'll be sharing my screen. Please let me know if it's visible.
It started loaded. Yes. Yeah, good to go, Ananya.
Yeah. So the Startup India scheme was conceptualized. It was launched on 16th January 2016 with an aim to, help out the budding entrepreneurs of this nation. The action plan, which had 19 action points and three pillars of support that we decided to focus on, which is simplification and handholding, funding support and incentives, and industry academia partnerships and incubation. Moving on to giving you a brief snapshot of what the ecosystem looks like as of now. We are the third largest startup ecosystem in globally, and we have now more than a lakh of DPIIT recognized startups. 40% of those, so almost half of them, are from tier 2, tier 3 cities, creating 11 jobs on an average per startup. We have more than 6 lakh users on our Startup India hub. A brief snapshot of what the agriculture sector looks like. We have the number of startups exceeds 6,300. We have startups ranging from the agri-tech sector, dairy farming, animal husbandry, fisheries, food processing, and so on. And you can see the growth trajectory of the recognized startups who are part of this sector as well. So this is a brief of the support that we provide to incubators, but I will not be covering this too much. Let me dive into the Startup India Seed Fund scheme. So I would have liked to make the session a little interactive to get an idea of, what stage of startups we have with us in the audience. Is that possible, Rahilya? Amit?
Yeah,
If we could get
yeah,
an
yeah.
idea of, the stage of the startups.
Yeah, basically this is the open webinar. So few ideation stage startups are there and few are at a scale up stage are there. So it's open to
Perfect.
all across the India. So we can't
Right. Okay.
particularly say which startups are
Perfect.
that
Then I'll be
stage.
covering the Startup India Seed Fund scheme in more detail, for our budding entrepreneurs who are just starting out, who are in their ideation stage,
Definitely it will help.
right?
Yeah.
So the Startup India Seed Fund scheme was launched in 2021. You can see the brief snapshot of it. This is basically for early stage startups, and it aims to provide financial assistance for the proof of concept stage, prototype development, product trials, and market entry and commercialization to our startups. Um, you can see how many incubators we have onboarded, how many startup applications that we have, and the spread of this. Right. So I'll just give you the updated numbers as of now. We have already selected 207 incubator applications. These are spread across 27 states and UTs, across 94 cities of the country. Already 800 crores worth of funds have been approved for incubators, and this is going to be obviously dispersed then forward to our startups in 3 tranches. I'll give you some more numbers to just see how the seed fund scheme is going on. We have, to be exact, selected 1,740 startups, and our achievements would be 11,000, more than 11,000 people have been employed by these startups that the funds have been allocated to. Um, right, so 50% of the startups that the funds have been dispersed to are led by women directors, and 58% of these startups come from tier 2, tier 3 cities. So we're really targeting, our aim to just go all across the country, reach out to startups through all the cities, all parts of India. So I'll also tell you a little about the other schemes that we have. Before that, I would like to cover what a startup is exactly as per our definition. So this is a brief of that. You could be a private limited company, a limit LLP, or a registered partnership. You can't be more than 10 years old, and your revenue in any fiscal year should not exceed more than 100 crores. You should be working in innovation, scalability, job creation, or wealth creation. So either of these, or it could be more also. And this is the process of how we get recognized. So I don't know in the audience if all of you are DPIT recognized or not. So I will cover this a little. Right. I told you the eligibility criteria for you to be recognized as a startup as per the Government of India definition. Right. So our process is that you go on our portal, you go on the NSWS website, you apply, you register yourself first, you apply using your CIN number. The application process is then evaluated at our end. It takes 3 to 5 business days for us to evaluate the process. You are, depending on the stage of your startup, whether you're in ideation, validation, scaling, early traction stage, you are asked to upload certain documents. You would be asked to upload, let's say, a pitch deck, a slide deck telling us about your startup. You would be asked to provide a link of your website if you have one. You would be asked questions like, how is your startup creating wealth? How is your startup creating jobs? Stuff like that. And then that is evaluated at our end. Once you get DPIT recognized, we have various key benefits that we offer, ranging from government procurement to help with patents, tax benefits, ATIAC Section 56, compliance benefits. Along with that, we also have numerous corporate partnerships. We have partnerships with ministries. We conduct numerous grant challenges, hackathons, procurement opportunities through GEM and these corporate challenges, showcase opportunities, amongst other things. So how do you get to know about these schemes? You can go to our Startup India hub. You can go to our website. I'll also maybe if you would like, I'll share the link of the website. So we have everything on our portal, from resource partner services. These are pro bono partner services that we provide to our startups, whether you need legal support, whether you need banking support, whether you need cloud services. So all of that you can avail from our portal itself. We have learning and development programs. We have virtual showcases. We have certain marquee programs like state startup ranking, national startup awards. All our schemes and policies which are relevant to you are available on our website as well. You can also access our ecosystem. So we have a section called networks where you can, have a look at the startups, the corporate partners, the incubators that are associated with us. So coming to funding, we have three funds that were launched, one being seed fund scheme, one being funds of fund, and one being credit guarantee scheme. All three are for various stages of the startup. So starting from early stage, we have seed fund scheme. Moving on to a later stage, we have funds of funds. And then we have something called the credit guarantee scheme for startups, which was launched in the year 2022. So I'm part of that team as well. And I can give you a brief about that. The idea was that we had to provide collateral-free debt to startups, right? Because everyone doesn't want to dissolve their equity. So, to enable banks to be able to lend out loans to our startups, and help them out if you need a large sum of money, a large sum of monetary support. So we have credit guarantee scheme for that. We have actually, so these member institutions that we're talking about here, we have, I think, more than 26 member institutions. So private sector banks, AIFs, public sector banks, foreign banks registered with NCGTC. And you can, go to these banks and get a loan. Then coming to market access opportunities that Startup India has enabled through GEM, through our various programs, and covering both domestic and corporate engagements over here. So these are some of the numbers. You can have a look at that. I will not be going into it in much detail. So we covered domestic market opportunities here. Now we also enable international market opportunities, access to market globally. So recently we have just launched a bridge with another country. We have launched an India-Austria bridge as well. So in total, we have 21 bridges with various nations. We take our DPIT recognized startups for showcase opportunities to these countries, whether it be the Solar X Challenge, whether it be, Slush. We take our startups and they get market access opportunities globally. Then these are some of the marquee events that we have. Innovation Week 2024 just concluded. We had Startup Yatra in 2018. We had SEO Startup Forum, Praram. We also just finished our National Startup Awards recently. So that is all from my end. If there are any questions.
Yeah, definitely. There will be questions maybe from the participant side, and I'll also try to put some questions. So I request once again to the participants, you can put your queries in the chat box. You may raise the hands so that we can directly ask questions to the speakers. But these questions we will take up after our second speaker session. So by the time you can put your queries. So with this, I would like to say thank you, Ananya, for giving in a short the brief about what are the initiatives of the Startup India and how exactly Startup India is supporting to the different levels of the startups, and how it's a really remarkable that after Startup India initiative we are jumping to the third economy in the in the startups level. So yeah, these are the some pointers are there, but definitely questions will be coming from the participants that we will take up of the second speaker. So we'll thank you, Ananya, and we welcome to our second speaker. So maybe Ganesh sir or his colleague is joined there. I guess
Hello, sir.
Bharat.
I am Bharat from Madurai Agribusiness Incubation Forum. Due to some medical emergency, sir is on leave, sir. So I will handle the webinar, sir.
Yeah. Yes, but just Ganesh sir has informed us due to some medical cause he's not able to join. But his teammate, Mr. Bharat, is there as an incubation startup manager from their end to give the brief idea about the Madurai Agribusiness Incubation Center. So welcome, Bharat. I would request Neetu to introduce Bharat and then he will take up the session.
Okay, sir. Sir, can I share my slide, sir?
I'll give you the access. Neetu, can you introduce to Mr. Bharat? We have profile with us.
Yes, sir. As he said, there is some medical emergency. Ganesh sir couldn't join. So, Bharat, he's working as my startup at Agribusiness Incubation Forum. Over to you, Bharat. I think.
Yeah, Bharat, can you check? You are able to share the screen?
Sir, wait.
Yes, we can see your screen, Bharat. You need to open the presentation. Yeah, good
Could I
to
start, sir?
Yes.
Good morning, all. I'm going to explain about the activities of Madurai Agribusiness Incubation Forum. It's an incubation facility supported by NABARD and TNAU. National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development and Tamil Nadu Agricultural University. And NABARD had funded 12.24 crores for setting up the infrastructure, and the TNAU provided the 1 acre of the land. We registered MABIF as a Section 8 company. It is a non-profitable organization. We are having a board of directors from both NABARD and TNAU. Furthermore, our vision is to MABIF is a hub of agri-food based sectors. And then vision is it is a MABIF is a integrated agri incubator with network linkage of food chain value model. For example, if a startup involved in a millet based product, they directly procure a millet raw material from our own farmer producer organizations. MABIF have our own 25 farmer producer organization across 12 districts in Tamil Nadu under the fund of NABARD cluster based business organizations. We have provided a 6 category of service to startups, women and students and farmer producers. First, the infrastructure. In infrastructure, MABIF offers essential office space for startups and conference call for conducting trainings and meeting sections at a minimum cost. And second is industry facilities. It comes under the infrastructure. If a startup wanted to do a business in dairy processing, they at the beginning they didn't wanted to buy a machines. Instead of that, they used our facilities and do processing and take the product to the market. For the services, we are charging per liter of milk 1.5 rupees only. For ghee per kg 6 rupees. For paneer 12 rupees per kg. Secondly, we are providing regulatory compliances like FSSI, TPIT registration, import-export code, APIDA code, and UDM registration. Also, we are doing to startups, farmer producer companies. And third one is mentoring. Most of the students or startups are visiting MABIF in a ideation stage. MABIF facilitate the transition from ideation stage to prototype development. Is majorly help with the support of Tamil Nadu Agriculture University staffs and our industrial experts also. We are getting support. And fourth one is the technological commercialization. If a startup interested in adopting a successful methods from other ventures, we support the technology commercialization auto other startups. And fifth one is the financial facilitation. In financial facilitation, we have nearly funded around 5 crores to the 26 innovative startups. They are funded from 3 crores from NABARD Catalytic Capital Fund and 4 crores from the Startup India Seed Fund scheme to provide the financial assistance to encourage the formation of the development of the innovative startups we are doing. And sixth one is the market linkages. MABIF mainly focus on the market linkages by organizing expos for startups and providing them to showcase the opportunities product to the wider audience. These are the 6 facilities incubation service we are doing to startups, farmer producer organization. For startups, you are charging per year for the 6 service 5,000 rupees per year and renewal 2,500. For FPOs, we are charging rupees 2,000, renewal 1,000 rupees. We are charging. This is the funding status of the MABIF. We got funding 12.2 crores from NABARD for setting up the infrastructure, which I already said, and then 6.5 crores from NABARD CBBO for formation and promotion of the farmer producer organization across 12 districts in Tamil Nadu, and additionally 8.9 lakhs came from NABARD PODA fund, producer organization development fund. It is specially designed for animal husbandry. We are engaging in that one FPO is a Toluvam Farmer Producer Company Private Limited, and then 3 crores from NABARD Catalytic Capital Fund to invest in the startups, and 8 lakhs from blockchain technology for traceability for the agriculture products, and 1 crore from MSME, Ministry of Micro, Small, Medium Enterprises, for setting up the Intellectual Property Facilitation Center. In the center, we have filed nearly around 120 trademarks and 19 patents and 33 geographical indication. And 30 lakhs from TANSA, Tamil Nadu State Agriculture Marketing Board, for filing 10 GIs in last financial year 22 to 23, and 45 lakhs from TANSA again for filing 15 GIs in the year 23 to 24. And also got a grant from Startup India Seed Fund Scheme about 4 crores. In that 4 crores, we have given grant to 1 crore to the 5 companies as per the 20 lakhs. And finally is the 50 lakhs from TNRTP, Tamil Nadu Rural Transformation Project Trainings. In that is a Valndakatum project, is an innovative World Bank assisted project. The aim of this project is transforming the rural areas of youth by promoting rural enterprises and providing access to finance and creating a business opportunity to them. In that we have conducted nearly 120 peoples, rural peoples. We have do training. Among them, 26 individuals are now engaged with MABIF. They are producing food items like chicky processing, snacks like mixture, and then they are doing, and also some of them are doing cattle feed also they are doing. These are the funding status. In this MABIF so far nearly incubated around 336 startups as a member, and 511 FPO farmers as a member around Tamil Nadu. Totally, we have total members is 830. Out of 336, we have DPT registration is around 125 DPT startups we have it. And these are the IPR activities. You have filed around 19 patents and 120 trademarks. Out of 120 trademarks, 60 trademarks has been granted. A geographical indication, we have filed in Tamil Nadu nearly 33 geographical indications we have filed. In geographical indication, it also benefit to the farmers. If you have filed the geographical indication for particularly one product, it's also beneficial to farmers and contributing to the economic, social, and cultural well-being. It also increase the market price and leads to the higher demand and gives the great opportunity for them to extend the business also. And also it also create the employment generations also. It comes under the geographical indication. We have filed 33. In the 33, 4 GS has been granted in Tamil Nadu. Is Solavandan Vethalai, Athur Vethalai, Kambam Grapes, and Kanyakumari Mattipattan. Also the 4 GS has been granted. These are the facilities in our MABIF. MABIF is equipped with the 1 acre of land in the TNAU Madurai Agriculture Campus, which includes 25 fully furnished office space for the startup. We have charged at the minimum cost for the startups, and also we have a conference hall for startup for conducting trainings and meetings also. And also we have a product display gallery to showcase the innovative products of startups and FPOs. And also we have a small retail outlet shop. Provide the potential. It will also provide the potential platform for sales and marketing of the startups and FPO products also. And we are doing compliances like FSSI, Udayam registration, DPIAT, and import export code, barcode, APIDA also we are doing for the startups and FPOs. And also we are doing students also. This is the MABIF infrastructures. Now coming to MABIF Food Processing Center. MABIF is Food Processing Center is mainly established to support the startup entrepreneurs, FPOs, women, and students for the product development and also commercial food production with the zero cost for infrastructure. This MABIF Food Processing Center is consists of nearly 20 plus various advanced food processing facilities we have. In that, first the milk and milk processing unit. It supports the production of ghee, paneer, butter, and ice cream products we are doing, and also we have automated bottle filling machines. Also we have, and also we have a cold storage unit for storing the startup products. And it's a ready to eat and ready to serve processing unit. We have a processing unit is mainly for ready to eat and ready to serve product processing. It extends the shelf life of any food products up to 6 months to 12 months. Any fruit product, if you take coconut chutney also, we can extend the shelf life up to 12 months in this process. There are no chemical preservatives added in this technology, only sterilization process only have done. And we have a heat pump drying. It is additional support for drying of the agriculture produce. It later became marketed as the dehydrated fruits, vegetables and spices product also we have there. And also we have a cooking units like steamers, vacuum kitted and multi-purpose cooking vessels. And also we have a value-added machines like bakery units, bakery manufacturing. In that we have manufacturing cookies, wheat breads, millet-related cookies and breads also we are doing. And then we have a chicky processing unit also we have. And animal feed in animal feed cattle processing unit, it supports the production of 10 plus varieties of animal feeds for the startups involved in animal husbandry. And also we have a health mix unit and a millet processing unit also we have. And also we have a customized packaging machines like multi-get packaging machines. It packed up to 50 gram to 1 kg per minute. They packed around 60 packs up to find 50 gram packs. And form filling machines also we have, and band selling machines, vacuum packing machines. It mainly for exporter to use it for a vacuum packaging to extend the shelf life of the products. And also we have a food testing lab. Have a food testing lab. It is mainly equipped with the sophisticated equipments. In that we have analyzed nutrition analysis and chemical analysis we are doing. It is a one-stop solution for the startups. And we we're testing the food product for startups as per the FSSA requirements. And also we have a bioflag unit. It is an alternative to the open fund fish culture. It's a cost-effective aquaculture technology. In this, the two startups are doing aquaculture in a MABIF unit. These are the products that are manufacturing at the MABIF industry. Milk curd, paneer ghee, flavored milk also. It's a rated packaging bottle in bracket and bakery, ice cream products, dehydrated products, chicky snacks, steamed idli, pet supplement also we are doing. For startups are doing. This is a pongal mix and value-added products like noodle, pasta, cookies. These are the products we are doing in our MABIF industry. These are the 19 patents we got under the schemes of IPFC intellectual property facilitation. These are we have filed around 19 patents, but none of the patents granted is still under the examination stage. These are the 120 trademarks. In 120 trademarks, out of 120, nearly 60 trademarks had been granted. These are the geographical indication we have filed. We have filed around 33 GIs across Tamil Nadu. In that, 4 GIs has been granted: Kambam grapes, Athuru Vethalai, Kanyakumari Battipalana, and Solavandan Vethalai also. These are the GIs I have filed. Each GI has a unique character compared to other products. We have identified a new potential GI in a coming financial year 24 to 25. We have identified the 10 GIs. I supported the proposal to the NABARD for setting up the NABARD also supporting to set up the GI facilitation center in MABIF. These are the potential GI we have identified. In Madurai itself, we have identified Jigirdanda, Partipal, Pungwar rice. Identified in Madurai. These are the 25 FPOs we are running across 12 districts in Tamil Nadu under the CBBO fund, Cluster Based Business Organization Fund. In that, it enhances the operational efficiency and financial stability of the farmer producer organization. It comes under the NABARD schemes. These are our association partners. Last time we got a best incubator award in Madurai. It's a TEDCO award. 4 months back, a parliamentary standing committee also visiting to MABIF, and I also explained all the what are the activities are doing in MABIF. These are the photos of inaugurations of one by one stages of our industry facilities. So that's all about my presentation, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Bharat. We would really appreciate the kind of work Madurai Incubation Center is doing, especially for the agripreneurs and for the farmer producers companies. And it's really interesting to know the few things related to the intellectual property rights that you filed. You're supporting to the FPOs to get the IGI recognition, and the facility which is have there. I think it's one of the best facility I can see, which is available for the starters who are looking into the value addition and processing part. So yeah, so thank you for this, and with this we will be opening the forum for the Q&A session. So I would request to the all the participants, if you have any questions or the queries, you may put it into the chat box, or you can raise your hand so that we can take up to these questions to the speakers. So meanwhile, some questions are coming into the chat box. I have few questions to the speakers that we will take up first, and then we will go with the participant questions. So yeah, the first question, of course, to the first speaker. I hope Ananya is there. So Ananya, you mainly talked about the scheme, that is the Startup India Seed Fund scheme, and also the Madurai Agribusiness Incubation Center also they offered this scheme. So if you can talk about what kind of scheme it is, like it's a grant or it's a equity based, and who are the eligible startups to get the benefit of this this scheme, so that they will get a help from to apply for this program, and where they can apply also. Ananya, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Surely. I'll also share with you our Startup India Seed Fund Scheme page, if that's helpful. And wait, let me just present my screen. I think it'll be more useful. I'll just show you right now.
One second. Let me give you the access. Yeah, you can try it now.
Is it visible?
Yes, yes, we can see the
Okay.
browser.
So if you go on our website, if you go on our Startup India page, and I'll just start from scratch so that people can see. So you go to our portal, right? You go under funding. You'll find a funding guide as well. So startups can, just go through all of the kinds of funding we offer. So I only covered credit guarantee scheme, startup in a seed fund scheme, and fund of fund, right? But we also have something called the Investor Connect portal, which the startups can look into. That is more equity based. So it's right here. This is the funding guide. If you go on funding again, you will find Startup India Seed Fund Scheme. So startups can apply over here. You go on the apply now. But for this one, you will have to be DPIT recognized. You will have to log into our portal. So you have to create a login ID first on our portal, and then you will be able to apply for the scheme, right? So we have an application for incubators and for startups. So you go and click on apply now on this. Then we also have a startup application guidebook, right? And it'll just walk you through the entire process of how you can apply for the scheme. So once the startups apply for the scheme, it then goes to the incubators, which they select, and it's then up to the incubators which startups they select to disperse this funds to. And I'll just give you a brief of the eligibility criteria of the startup, right? So you have to be DPIT recognized. So all the eligibility conditions to be a DPIT recognized startups first, and then you could not have received, funding from elsewhere, from some other government scheme. You have to be an early stage startup. I believe I
You
think
need to
it's
load the
2 years.
screen, Ananya.
Sorry,
Maybe you need to load the screen.
I'm not sharing my screen now.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not sharing my screen now.
Yeah. Got it. So, yeah, of course, it is pretty easy to visit the website and all the details, how to apply, and the flow of the scheme and the eligibility is already there. Although Ananya already shared these things with the starter, so I hope it is clear. I want to ask the same question to the Bharat if you are there. How means as mentioned by the Ananya, how it is easy to you get the startups to make this scheme available to know into the tier 2 especially and tier 3 cities to give this benefit to the startups, and how in what way you are promoting, because definitely the participants who are joined, they are definitely coming from the incubation background as well, so they want to know the strategy, what way Mabip is promoting this scheme, and what way you are getting these startups to give the benefit of this scheme under the Startup India mission.
Sir, we have provided fundings in a three categories as a grant, and one is a debt model, and one is a convertible debenture. Most of the startups are in a initiation stage. For the initiation stage startups, you are providing grant as a up to 20 lakhs, and then for some of the startups are in a already in a market. They want to scale up. For the startups, you are giving as a 50 lakhs as a convertible debenture or debt method, sir.
Yeah, and will they be ready to get the debates, or maybe they are ready to give these kinds of interest?
Yes, sir. Most of the startups, our incubators also, we are having a 336 members. In 336 members, around 250 members are nearly private limited companies.
Right, right,
They are also eligible for Startup India seed fund scheme, but we have selected only for the innovative ideas.
right.
So it
With
should be a
respect
problem
to
solving.
Yeah, with respect to eligibility, Ananya, that startups, they takes their own sweet time to to have the product into the market, to work on the prototype, and over the time they need to do the legal compliances as well. And this 2 years of time is been very less to get the benefit of this this scheme. So I think someone is already mentioned, Deepak Patil is also mentioned in the chat box, that what is the opinion if the seed funding startup is over the 3 years old. So, do there is any talk in the between ministry, or in what way the startups can take the more benefit of this scheme? Although it's a very useful scheme, but due to this eligibility, they're not able to take up, because by the time they are focusing on the product development, market development, the 2 years over time is going to be over. So, is there is any chance that the startups who are older than 2 years can avail this benefit of this scheme?
Right. So this question I've received numerous times from a lot of startups where they have this complaint, that 2 years is too little. Right. So it needs to be pushed. But that's something that I'll have to take up with, the team that's looking into this. As of now, there's no, um, you know, talks of increasing this number, the increasing number of years. And there's also that aspect of like, if you've taken 10 lakhs from any other government scheme, then you will not be eligible for Startup India Seed Fund scheme. But fortunately, we have other types of funding, which I showed you on the funding guide, right? So maybe the startups can, branch out and look into maybe, let's say, a fund of fund, or, go on our Investor Connect portal, or, even be a part of our grand challenges that we conduct. So I understand that if a startup is in its early stages, they might not be able to, go for a scheme like fund of fund or credit guarantee scheme also, taking out loan. Um,
Absolutely.
so the immediate solution would be to, go for our grand challenges, the hackathons that we host, be a part of that.
Yeah, very true, Ananya. I think this is the very right time to start your own business. And if not a single scheme, you're not able to take benefit of the scheme like SSIF. But Deepak, I hope you got the answer. There are many programs are run by not only Startup India but the different ministry levels also. So you can take the benefit of the schemes to to get funded for your startups. So yeah, of course we'll get to that. There is one question, Ananya, actually is coming from the Prashant V side, that how hard is to get the DPIT registration certificates, and can you just explain him a little bit process on that? Because also we do feel sometimes that startups are trying to get the DPIT registration, but there is no definite time to get the certificates. Sometimes they will get within a night also, and sometimes they will take 1 week or 2 weeks time, and sometimes they may not get also. So what will be your suggestions to the startups who really want to do registration as a DPIT registered startup, and what are the tricks you can give them so that they can easily get the certification? What are the do's and don'ts they can follow while avoiding this DPIT registration certificate?
Right. So, I understand that. So we have an entire process, right? So the primary thing would be to fill all your details, right? Not miss out on any of the mandatory details that we ask for. Let's say your incorporation number. If you're providing that, then you have to provide your certificate as well, right? As a proof. If you're in any stage that you are in, it's always helpful to give us a pitch deck or like a slide deck briefing about the product or the service that the startup is offering. There are certain questions that we ask, that how are you creating wealth, how are you creating jobs. So ensure that the answers, so we've received some applications where these questions are not answered appropriately, right? They'll be like someone would have just copy pasted the same word throughout just to fill that section. So maybe avoid doing that. So we whenever we see an application, we if it's complete, great, we'll provide the DPIT certificate immediately, we'll process that. But there are instances where some information might be incomplete, right? So we'll mark it as incomplete. We'll also add a comment there that why have we marked it as incomplete, right? The startup would get to know. There would
Okay.
be three instances where we would be giving the startups an opportunity to, rectify the application form. So I think my primary suggestion would be to, just fill out the details properly. And it does not take, we've actually streamlined the process a lot now. I think it's taking not more than 2 days. Most of the applications not taking more than 2 days, as far as I know, to, be processed.
All right. So Ananya, is there is any case that, let's say if I'm able to fill the application and I maybe after some time I am able to get need to do some modifications, because of that I'm not able to give the information as of now while I'm filling. So is there is a way to connect maybe any DPIT registered authority or any help center is there, through that they can startups or they can connect with you to just rectify these errors?
Course. So we have a query portal where, let's say you want to change the email address of any, authorized representative from the startup, which you may have, put as something else previously. So we do take that up on our query portal. It goes to our recognition team, which then rectifies it. For certain changes, let's say you want to change the sector or the industry, you would have to write it on your company letterhead, with the signature of the director, let's say startups letterhead, and then that gets done. That goes to the recognition team, and they rectify the errors. Apart from that, if and this I'm talking about once the application has been submitted, right? If you're still in the drafting stage of the application, of course, you can go back to the form and rectify that error on your end itself. But at a later stage, also we have a query portal. I'll also share the email address for that query portal. If any of the startups want to reach out and change some details on that.
Perfect. Perfect. So definitely it will help. And also a few questions are coming in relation to this question, that where they can do this DPIT registration certificate. You just simply need to Google it, DPIT registration. It will take you to the Startup India portal, and also it will give you the idea what are the benefits are there, who are the eligible to get this DPIT registration. So all the details are there. So with due to time constraint, we're not able to take up all these questions. So their link is already there. I think thanks to Ashish, he already shared the link in the chat box so that you can go through it, that. So we'll moving ahead with another question is coming from the another participant, and that especially this question is to the Bharat, that your incubator is located into the Madurai. So it is only accessible to this only the startups who are associated in your state, or can anyone come to your incubation center, and how in a what way they can use your facilities and other whatever the offerings from your incubation center side?
Sir, everybody can access our facilities. Sir. Mostly
Yeah, and what?
in our district, startups are do processing using their industries in and around Madurai, sir.
I see. And in what way they can reach out to you, and what are the charges, especially like you mentioned already that 5,000
Yes, sir,
rupees for the
5,000.
year and renewal 2,500. But apart from that, any special facility if they want to access, any other charges are there? If you can give a little bit idea on that.
See, every kind of machines have a separate minimum charges, sir. Price charges, sir. For using retard machines, for example, the ready-to-eat, ready-to-serve processing, in that we are charging per batch 4,000 rupees, sir. In that 150 kgs of chicken gravies or any other gravies they have done, sir. Biryani also
Okay.
in that retard processing machines they are processing, sir.
Yeah,
Uh,
got it, got it.
all at time,
Maybe
for
Bharat,
example, the cattle
they can
processing unit, you are charging per kg one rupees itself, sir.
Okay, maybe Bharat, they can come to you as per their special requirements. Maybe they can customize the offers also you can offer from your end. So we'll be sharing the speakers details in the chat box also, and we are going to send these details also presentations through email so that you can reach out to the speakers for any other queries. I can see in the attendees Ashish has raised his hand, so I'm just going to unmute him to ask the question. Ashish, can you hear me?
Yeah, hi. Am I audible? Because I can't hear you.
Yeah,
Okay,
Ashish, you are
great.
audible. You
Okay.
can ask the question.
Yes,
Yeah.
we are 2015 registered, incorporated, and our DIPP certificate issued in 2018. I see Ananya already pasted a link, and yes, we can verify the certificate. And if we do that, it shows that it is valid up to 7 years from the date of incorporation. So that means 2015 plus 7, we are no more valid. But I remember reading somewhere, and Ananya also confirmed that it is up to 10 years, which means we have, more than 1.5 year left. So,
We got your
but
question.
the certificate says valid up to 7 years from the date of incorporation. How do we fix this?
Yeah, Ananya.
Yeah, I'll take this up. Ashish, if you could just, mention your. I'll also be sharing my email address. So this I'll have to take up with the recognition team, which is why I would require your DPIT number and your company name, and I will just, reach out to my recognition team. Acha, you've posted it in the comments itself. And if you could also write the company name, that would also be very helpful.
Ashish, I would suggest you do the company name certificate also. You can email. We'll be definitely sharing her
Yeah,
email ID, so
yeah,
you can write email, formal email. That will be help to Ananya.
yes.
Yeah. So I can see one more attendees in the as raised hand. I'm just going to unmute her. Mitra is there. Mitra, you want to ask a question? Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Yeah, Mitra, go
Yes,
ahead.
Mr. Amit, morning. This session is as part of the cohort 10 schedule. Am I right on that?
No, ma'am.
Because
I
I was,
think if you are aware that every Saturday we are conducting this webinar as being an incubator at Manage, so we invite all the startups to join
yeah.
this session.
Okay. So it is
Come to
my
your
bad
question, ma'am.
because the initial email that was sent and then the link, I was waiting on that link for
Ma'am, do you
20
have any
minutes.
question? Do you have any
Yes.
question related to today's
I
session?
do.
Please go
So
ahead.
which is the link we should follow on the invite? It was 11 to 12 on that same link of the cohort 10 schedule. And then
Ma'am,
this
I'll
is the,
get back to you. If you have any question, please come to this session's part. I think it is already there in the group we mentioned. But still, if you have any question, let's go ahead. We have other questions to take up, please.
okay. So
Yeah.
fine, go ahead, please. Thank you.
Do you have any question related to this session? Okay, thank you. Yeah, so there is one more question coming from Mr. Awad Bihari, that how incubation centers earning money for the economic sustainability. I think Bharat can take up this question, or maybe Ananya, if you want, you can add. Of course, being an incubation center, that too in rural area, and we want to cater to the rural community, especially rural startups. So it's quite challenging to them, or first to get the startups, as I already discussed in the earlier question. And second thing, we need to get the charges as well, because we have to be run our incubation center sustainability point of view. So Bharat, how in a way that Madurai Incubation Center is doing the different programs, in what way you are getting the starters, and maybe Ananya can suggest if he wants to add some points. So sustainability is always the crucial for the startups also, as well as for the incubators.
Yes, sir. Sir, we have conducting many trainings, sir, capacity building program for farmer producer organizations. And in that, we have a revenue from us. And then we have a 25 office room spaces also. We have per room, we are charging nearly 6,000 rupees. We have divided the rooms into three categories. And also we have industry facilities. Per month, we have taken a revenue from industry itself nearly 4 to 5 lakhs. Sir. And also we
Okay.
have schemes from the other side, like I have explained the funding status from MSME, we have got fundings. And then TANSAP, Tamil Nadu State Agriculture Marketing Board, and then Tamil Nadu State Rural Transformation Project, TNRTB. The
Right.
projects we have got funding, sir. As a
Great.
grant.
So government funding is there, as well as your
Yes,
own
sir.
programs are there, and
Also there.
also also any fees you were charging for the patent or maybe other services as well, and any equity you are taking in the startups.
Sir, for equity, we have taken, sir, but uh,
Uh, your voice is breaking, Bharat.
we have we have we have doesn't have extra charges to the startups, sir.
I'm
Only
sorry, I'm
trademark.
sorry. I don't know whether Ananya, I hope you're able to hear him, because I don't know whether the issue is at my end.
No, I'm not able to. I think the voice is breaking. There might be a connectivity issue.
Okay,
Hello,
maybe
sir.
Ananya,
Am I audible, sir?
you're audible, but still voice is breaking, Bharat. Not an issue. We got your point that in what way you're actually getting the funds for the incubation centers, and in what way you're making the it sustainable. And then you want to add something in what will be the best way to get incubation centers can run smoothly from
So
the
I can,
sustainability point of view.
what
Yeah.
I can, tell or elaborate on this would be the kind of facilitation that we have. So we try to, cater to the incubators' needs as well. So what we try to do is from our end capacity development of incubators and facilitation in terms of ministry engagements. Right. So in terms of the funding aspect of it, of course, maybe collaborating more with private stakeholders would be a suggestion from my end. And also, a lot of ministries uh, have dedicated, depending on the sector that they're working in or the industry that they're working in. They have certain schemes that they offer and certain benefits that they offer to incubators. But then that would then go into limiting your incubation facility to certain type of startups coming from certain sectors itself. So maybe that
Yeah.
is some route that at the central level at least that can be taken.
Right. So yeah, of course, it's totally depends on the ministry's level, what programs they are offering, what kind of focus areas, incubation centers, and of course, the host institutions, the strengths what you own. Based on that, also you can have your own programs to get the funds and to be the sustainable incubation center. I'll move it forward. I can see Bishwajit has raised his hand. I'm just going to unmute him. Bishwajit, do you have any question?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead, sir. Please, quickly your question.
So this question is for Bharat. I wanted to understand. So basically, he saw there are a lot of patents that they have got in MABIF. Are there any manufacturers who are working with them? Are there any manufacturers who are, making these machines and, making them available in the commercial market where we can connect our APOs to, or maybe a chicky producing machine or a paneer making machine. Those machines can where can I find those manufacturers?
Yeah, Bharat, I hope you got the question.
Sir, so due to some internet issue, now only I have joined, sir.
Okay, so okay, let me take his question that he is working with some FPOs and they have some sort of products, value-added products, and they want to connect with your incubation center and of course for the assistance of their FPO. So in what way they can connect with you, and they would want to use their facility as well, especially for the paneer and they're saying the checky purpose. Hello, Bharat, can you hear me?
Sir, it's audible, sir.
Yeah, you're audible. You're audible now. I hope you got the question. Shall I repeat it again?
Sir. Oh, more repeat, sir. So please repeat it again,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah, they want to just connect with you for the FPO assistance and they want to use, your facility. So I think the mail or other any way to they connect with you,
Sir, we have a
especially
website, sir. So we have a
okay,
website, sir. In that website, the top corner is became a member. If they click means they have general basic questions only, sir. Yeah, after they filling, we have a mail and that we have contact the same person, sir, who have filled that
sure.
form.
Okay, okay. So Bishwajit sir, I have already post their website link as well. You can get connect with them. Going forward with a few questions and that somebody is asking, actually this question is different that about the ACABC program. So I want to inform Lokendra Chauhan sir that manage you can just visit to ACABC, you just put it down. You will get the list of NTIs, that is National Training Institutions, which are located across the state of the India. So wherever you are coming from, the which states, you have to find out that nearby National Training Institute where this ACABC program is run, and their batches whenever it will be open, you can get the training on the ACABC program for the completion. Coming to the next yeah, I do have one question actually to Bharat, to you, that you mentioned about the GI tag, and especially in the rural areas, although India is a very diverse country, have their own specialty in different areas. So in a what way they can come to you as a GI specialized incubation center to get the recognition? Of course, individual person cannot do it. There has to be group of farmer producers companies. In a what way you can help them? You can just give a little idea on these GI
So
registration things.
it is based on the Tamil Nadu government of Tamil Nadu budget section, sir.
Okay.
They have in this year Tamil Nadu, government of Tamil Nadu have given 10 agriculture products GIs to MABIF, sir. After that, we have to identify the place about the background of the product. If the GI products is around 100 years back, these are the characters we have to identify, sir. And also unique characters is mainly for GI, sir.
Right, right, right. So got it. So definitely, but it is only exclusively for your state, or anyone can come for the assistance. That will be really help to our today's
So we are
attendees.
also doing GIs. We're going to do GIs for Andaman also, sir.
Okay.
It comes under the NABARD scheme, sir.
Great, great. So definitely, Bharat, our participants will come to you. Even some representatives of FPC also joined today's webinar, so they will come to you. Uh, as time is already over, but I'll take up the last question, Ananya, to you. That Balaji's mentioned that many times startups come to the incubation centers and they saying that today or this month our applications are closed, or there is no funding as of now. You can apply for the next time. So is there is any way that there they can see what are the applications or the schemes are open and they can apply for getting the funds? I think Startup India has that uh, facilities there, but still if you can give this little idea to the participants where they can see all the challenges open by the different incubation centers for getting the fund for their startup.
Are we referring to through the seed fund route where or the other grand challenges and all that we have? Uh, which one are we talking about?
Yeah, they are just usually mentioning if they go to incubation center, a specific incubation center, they said that applications are closed. So now where they can see across the India applications are accepting so that they can get the funding opportunity.
Okay, so for incubators, particularly for the seed fund part, when the startups apply, so they can apply for up to 3 incubators, right? To avail the funding through the seed fund route. I'll share a link for that also, for the startups to be able to see their application. But I think we have a different so the startups that come on our portal have a different view of how the website looks as compared to me. But I will, of course, outline the whole process and share it with the startups separately. When it comes to the challenges, I don't know if that is also something that the startups would want to tap into. So I can share
Yeah.
the link for that also, where the corporate challenges and all are running. So in case if the, how one startup had mentioned about the 2-year problem and other avenues of availing funding or like some grant or like some monetary benefit. So for that also, I'll be sharing a link where the startups can, see the running corporate and ministerial challenges that we have ongoing and maybe apply for those.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. We got it. Ananya, you rightly mentioned. So Balaji, in addition to the Ananya, you can just simply go to the Startup India portal. You can see the different programs and challenges are run by the different incubation centers. So in a single page, you will got to know who are actually accepting the applications for the different various challenges. Based on your innovation, you can apply to the suitable incubation center to get the benefit of this. And their links also Ananya will shared with us so that we will reach to you. So yeah, already its time is over. Still, few questions are unanswered. But still, if you have any questions, participant do reach to the speakers. Their details also will be sharing. Their presentations also will be sharing with you. So before that, to come to the end of this webinar, I would like to inform you that Manage has to open the applications. The deadline of the digital marketing training program has extended till this 10th of March. So do the registration for that. The link is already we have shared in the chat box. And do not forget to follow our social media pages where we'll come up with the regular updates related to the startup ecosystem and our activities related to the startup ecosystem so that you can be in touch with us. And the last, do not forget to provide us the feedback of the today's webinar. So it will definitely help us to improvise. And if you have any suggestions to what are the topics we should cover in the webinars, we will definitely try to take up. So with this, I would like to say thank you, Bharat, to your team as well, Ananya, for joining today's webinar and giving very insightful information to attend this. So thank you for being with us. Thanks all the participants for being active, listening and asking the questions to the speakers and entire Manage CIA team. Thanks for joining.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.